Everybody, welcome back. Next video on Krispy Kreme. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. If you don't subscribe, well, you know the drill. If you want to, do. If you don't, whatever. So anyway, I've got the first round of blocking done on the fender aprons that I did repair, and I've scuffed and did 2K on the whole engine bay. I've stripped the window jamb all the way around. I've got that taped up. I kind of etch primed to one side. I'm just using some rattle can green etch primer on that. It works just as well. And then I'll go back over that with some 2K, scuff it down first. So I'll show you what I got so far, and this will lead into the next video. It's going along pretty well, and what you think so far. And yeah, let's check it out. All right, so here's the jam. So this is the green etch primer right here. This is the 2K from the front. This is what the front looks like so far. So I've got this blocked down once. As you can see, I got most of those little dents out of there. I got a little bit more in here. I've got some heavy 2K on there right now. I'm going to block back down again, but you see I've got all the little pits almost out of that lower, and I got almost all of them out of that one as well. Now there's still a little spot right here. You can see where I put that apron in. I'm going to block that out a little bit more, but if it doesn't come out 100%, I'm not too worried about it. The battery box comes up to here and over to here, and the battery sets up to here. So it's something you really can't see anyway. Now, up in here, this is what the window jamb looks like. Down the bare metal, got all the old seam sealer, urethane out, and I back taped it right here just to the edge of the window. So when you put a new window in, I haven't decided if I'm going to paint the roof. So I haven't decided if I'm going to paint the roof of the car when I paint the car. More likely I'm probably going to. But this way, when you back roll it like that, you can put a new window in after you paint that jamb, and it'll cover that right up, because that window molding covers about that far of the roof from the jamb up. So I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of the etch primer put on this jamb, and then get some 2K on it after I block these aprons a little bit more, and then I'll show you what that looks like when it's done. So check it out. Alright, so I got the window jamb just rattle can etch primed. I want to show you a couple other things before I get too busy in sanding. So I got some stuff for the car the other day. Thanks a lot, Scott, up in Louisville. Don't have to pronounce his last name, but kind of difficult, I guess. They call him Shug, so appreciate that. I got a front bumper and a driver's side rocker. I still need a driver's side door filler. I'm going to try to fix the one that's on the door, heat it up and try to melt it back. I don't know if that's going to work, but if anybody's got an original 94, 95 S351 door filler, I still need one if you got one. I normally don't use the channel to look for parts, but if anybody's got one, let me know. So check these out real quick. All right, so that's an original rocker. That's going to help out a lot. When it came off, the car's behind it. And really nice original bumper. So it needs to be stripped, but all in all, it's got no smiley face, so it's nice and straight, so that's good. And it's got the Saleen stamp on the back of it. So all right, so that's it for those couple things. I'm gonna go ahead and get these engine aprons sanded down one more time and see how much more of the pits I can get out of both sides, and should take care of most of it. It's almost out to my liking now. I'm more concerned where they beat the apron for the blower setup on the driver or the passenger side. Actually, hopefully that smooths out a little bit better. But if not, no big deal. It's a white car. It's building a driver. So let me know what you think so far, and I'm gonna go ahead and get on these aprons and get these sanded out. All right, so back on Krispy Kreme today. Different day. I'll tell you what I got done so far. I got everything's hand sanded, scuffed down. It's ready to paint. I got everything re-seam sealed. I put a new piece of sound deadener on the firewall inside the car on the driver's side. I'll show you that real quick. I'm not going to take too long at this. I'm going to try to set the camera up while I put the base down and all that other stuff, so y'all can watch that. So I'm just going to show you real quick. Everything's scuffed down, everything's smoothed out, and the engine bay looked really good. And so let's check out all this stuff real quick. All right, so to start off, A-pillar, I re-seam seal up in here like factory does, kind of nice and fat. And then up here, this is kind of how they do the top half where the window sets in. Got everything nice and smoothed out. I got the hatch latch all cleaned up, put an etch prime. This smoothed out really nice. Down in here, that's going to paint up super fresh. Got all that done. I re-seam sealed the firewall, the two pieces up there, a little bit over there in the corners. I did put a little bit on the bottom of that apron, just a nice thin bead, nothing thick. That turned out really nice. Should look super good with some paint on it. Driver's side, I seam sealed down through here because it got a little hot. The seam sealer there was all gone as well. This side's done also. Been number taped up when we get that painted. Door hinges, the factory seam sealer on the hinges is still in really good shape, so I left all that upper and lower on this side. Now you can see where I taped up the rockers. I'm going to go ahead and paint this whole A-pillar and blend it up in here just a little bit, because it's all covered up from here all the way up with the parts, so you can't see none of that. Now, up on the inside, our buddy Mr. Light again. I've got, like I said, all that's reseam sealed down through there. I got all that all the way across reseam sealed. A new piece of sound deadener right here, ready to go. And I'm going to do all the firewall, top, bottom today. See, everything looking nice and smooth. So I'm going to set up the camera real quick. It's ready to go. I've already cleaned it with wax and grease remover a couple times, so all that's ready to go. I'm going to shut the doors down, mix up some paint, and get 1 or 2 coats of base on it, and then put some clear on it, and see what this thing looks like so far. So far, I think it's turned out really well for all more time I worked on it. Yeah, went in bad shape. A lot of people thought it was really worse than what it is, but not bad at all. So let's quit yapping and get this thing done. All right, so got the camera kind of half-assed set up. When I paint an engine bay, I'm going to crawl under it. I put some plastic on. This is the first time I've really ever put plastic on before. I normally get in the engine bay first. I'll do the firewall, backside of the shock towers, and then work my way out. So that's how I'll start that. I got a paint mixed up. I have my respirator on, so I'm not going to be talking too much. I got a decent cross blow coming through. I might open the door, so I don't really have to wear my respirator that much when I'm doing the base, so I can kind of talk y'all through this. But we'll see how it's looking so far. Like I said, I've got some crosswind coming. I do have a nice little butterfly. I hope he gets out of here before I start painting. I might open that door so I get the crosswind going that way. So when I'm doing some overspray, it kind of goes out. So let me get the paint gun hooked up and get this thing going. So when I open that door, I do got a good crosswind. I'll do a little bit of base without the respirator. I don't recommend it, but I've done this shit so long that one more time. I don't know. So let me get my paint gun. It's over there. I got paint mixed up. And get some paint on this thing. I found the gun. There it is. It's over there. Now people ask me about what paint pressure I know, or air pressure. Normally I feed it right off the compressor. I got 100 pounds at the line, but when I pull the trigger without paint coming out, it's normally 25 to 30 pounds. You can shoot it less or higher. It's just kind of whatever you're spraying. How it lays out. So lay this right here. Hopefully it don't fall. So I crawl under there. Like I said, I'll start with the firewall first. Make sure I get up under there really well, and work the frame rails on each side, and then crawl out from under it and do the rest of it. I'm just going to do a little bit of this without the respirator on. I'm not going to get carried away. Then I'll pause a little bit, get the rest of it done, because I got to let the compressor run and I got it turned off right now, so I'll be losing air pressure. Use base, the firewall, make sure you can find that pinch well really well. Factory doesn't put a lot of paint under there. I try to get a couple coats under there. On these S351 cars, you got a lip right here for the window channel. Try to get under there as best you can, and I'm going to try to turn the air pattern down and get some up in there. overspray. I'm gonna get my respirator on. Once I got one coat on this, I'll get the camera off and show you what it looks like. Don't recommend that for 50-year-olds. So let me get this done and I'll show you what it looks like. Alright, so I got 2 coats of base on it, colored really nice. I've got one spot on the A-pillar. I'm going to put a little bit more paint on. It's a little thin up there where I seam sealed it around the window frame itself. So let's check it out. It's really good. Alright, now, on camera, it just looks like primer. You ain't going to see much difference. But I assure you that's white paint. Just the thin spot right here. I got a little more base on there. Got all the jams really good. All that's done. So yeah. Oh, got the air real good. Make some weight. Get up inside that really well. Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to mix up a little bit more paint for that spot. I'm going to mix up some clear once it's cleared, and I'll show you what it's looks like when it's done. Alright, so engine base painted. Turned out pretty good. Laid down really smooth. Got that window frame painted. Looks amazing. I hate to use that word, but it really looks really, really good. So, quick flapping. Let's check it out real quick. Show you what it turned out like. Alright, so we'll start off with A-pillars. Looks really nice. Get that factory look to it. Now, this where our tape line was right here. Down through here, so that matches up really well. Blended it up the dog leg up here on the window frame. That looks really good. Seam sealer. This is the factory right here. See how fat it is, so I tried to kind of duplicate that down through here where that was all nasty and janky looking. So that looks really nice. Got up in the cowl really well. Looks super well. Got around the frame. Looking really good. So we're gonna step back. Hell yeah. Check that shit out. What you talking about, Willis? Looking good. Fender apron turned out super nice. Shock towers looking super fresh. Up in there. Firewall. Passenger side. Yeah. Hell yeah. Back over here. Check out the back sides of the shock towers. Got up in there really well. Down through here. All that looks good. Right to this side, repair work, re-seam sealer, all that looking good. At the bottom of the cowl, on the inside, the lower cowl's been repainted. I did the firewall, kind of blended it on the passenger side. Didn't really cover the whole thing too well. Now I had everything taped up in here, so I didn't get no overspray or nothing, so all that was covered up. Now, we're talking about whether to paint the whole car or not, and it really needs repainted. A lot of people don't realize these 94, actually even up to 03, the Oxford white and performance white cars, and they're all single stage paint. They're not base coat clear. So this is what happened when I took the paint off, or the tape off the car. Check this out. This was just from peeling the paint off, or the tape off, untaping it after I painted it. Yeah, so that turned out like shit. But yeah, so we're gonna have to paint the whole car. I think it needs it anyway, sadly. But yeah, I know a lot of people are scared to buy white cars in the SN body style because they all flake off like that. Even my parts car, my Bird out there, it looks horrible. So yeah, we're going to strip the paint off the whole car. Don't worry, I'm gonna get back on Frankenstein. It ain't going on. We're gonna get it done. But next video on this one, this is gonna wrap up the engine bay kind of series on this one. It turned out super nice. I'm doing the front suspension now. Started on a K-member. I got it apart and sanded down. Gonna get it in epoxy primer here in a little bit, and that'll be the next series. K-member ain't nothing special. I'll show you this primered and all that stuff. I wire wheel and roll lock and all that shit. But yeah, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Let me know how you think the engine bay turned out. I think it looks really good compared to what we started with 3 weeks ago. Probably got more paint than Ford ever put on them, but you know, more's better in the paint world. You get coverage, give it protection from corrosion and rust and all that stuff, especially after this one caught on fire once already. We're gonna get it protected as much as we can. So with that being said, again, I appreciate you watching. Please subscribe. If you got any questions or comments, you can foxjunks@gmail.com, or I try to answer below, or on Facebook. Again, if you guys hit me up on Facebook and we message back and forth, and you know, I take my time to try to talk to people when I can. If I don't see your message, it's nothing personal. It's just I'm busy and I might have seen it, forgot to answer. That's just how shit rolls. But yeah, don't get offended or whatever. You know, a lot of people get upset if I don't answer their questions right now, but as you guys know, I work, and that's just what I do. So sometimes I forget, get that Joe Biden shit going on, and I just forget to answer. That's just how it is. It ain't personal. Again, thanks for watching and subscribing. Please do that. Again, just remember, it's not just junk. It's Fox junk, but lately it's been SN junk too. So that's just how it is. So y'all have a good day.